Yo, 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 I'm back. Well, we back, even though I'm back. House of Kills, you know what it is. Uh, uh, we hit our first 100 subscribers real quick, man. That was love, so we appreciate that. Good looking out. We want to get to these next 100 like that. You know what I mean? I haven't popped on here in about a week just because, I have a career. You feel me? I got a couple careers. But, and I'm a family man. I take care of my family. So I'll be sticking to moving. Got to wear a lot of different hats. So I hadn't found the time like I wanted to. But when I do get on here, I usually pop like 3 or 4 videos back to back. Thanksgiving coming up, so I'm going to have some downtime. So be on the lookout for some more content. With that being said, let's get straight to it. All right, the topic is these people out here who play victims. It's real strong. I can kind of speak from experience where people who do sneaky stuff behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, like do just devilish tactics to certain people, play on them, or use their position to play on them, or the people that they know, or whatever they do. All the sneak dissing and stuff like that to try to make it hard for the next person. And then with the next person, check them a little bit, or be like, man, I don't really slide that way. I don't really mess with dude. I don't really mess with her. They want to sit back and play victim. They want to run the different people, social media platforms, and trying to look like a sympathetic figure. You know what I'm saying? Want y'all to sympathize with them and be like, oh, why would somebody do you like that? Or keep your head up, or all this kind of stuff, all this little encouragement when they really seeking some attention to be, like I said, a sympathetic figure. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking from personal experience. I don't know what everybody else got going on. You know what I'm saying? I never really dial in on anybody in particular or nobody specific, but I'm speaking from what I've seen and what I've been through. I've had people, you know what I'm saying, come at me, do a little sneaky stuff, you know what I mean? And then when I address it, or when I just fall back, because sometimes you can just fall back, and you can just fall back, and they take that, their feelings get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I just fall back, and then they want to run and play victim. Oh, don't mess with him. He did this, he did that. Even though you're the same person, I'm the same person, and help these people out, did this and that, third form, put them in certain positions, they still want to play victim like you did them wrong. Or if you simply just want, you ain't into what they're into. That's people who's not into what I'm into. I may come to them with something like, hey man, I got this moving and shaking. They ain't feeling it. I don't take it personal. It's like, okay, it's cool. Respect, and I keep it moving. But some of these people are not built like that. And especially if you're in a smaller town or community or a smaller network, it seems like it's a rat race. And that's what I call it, a rat race to be loved and cajoled and accepted. And, these people, I keep saying it, some of these people going through a midlife crisis, trying to be homecoming king and homecoming queen when they so many years beyond high school. This infatuation to be liked. I think the like button and the love button is some of the worst things that could have happened to our community, because within the culture that means so much. And it's sad, people will risk freedom, will risk money, families, just to be liked, lose a job, just to hop on to see who liking what, or just to be celebrated. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't rocking with them, they want to run and play victim. But you done did all this other grimy stuff, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, and you up here, you trying to play victim. You want somebody to be like, to give you some sympathy. I just think that's so weak. Men do it, women do it. I see it all the time. And like I said, if you're in a smaller community, I'm from the state of Michigan. I say that. I'm from the state of Michigan. See me rocking my green. I try to wear it as much as I can. You know what I mean? I'm from the state of Michigan, Saginaw, Michigan to be exact. It's just sad, man, to see grown folks out here enjoying to be a victim. Now, respect, and I give all love to anybody, and my heart goes out to anybody being victimized of anything, any crime or whatever. That's not cool. And if you are done wrong, you should be able to speak out and speak against any perpetrator or anybody that has harmed you, whether it's physically, financially, emotionally, or mentally, whatever they've done. I think people should be held accountable for their wrongdoings. Now, that's different than you going out, picking with someone, poking, trying to get in their way of success. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a roadblock to whatever that they got going on when they moving and grooving. You trying to get in their way and block them. And then you do all these little devilish tactics and they don't seem to work, or some of them may work. And then you want to run with your hands in there. He messing with me. He doing this. Don't believe that. You'll make up stuff just to create this narrative that somebody picking with you or doing you wrong. Like, when did that become gangster? When did that become when did that become cool? You know, in my opinion, and I don't mean gangster in terms of tough or being hard or being, you know, this Herculean type person. It's just, when did that become a stand-up thing to do? When did that become okay? That is just so weak to me. And I don't pay no mind. It doesn't bother me at all. But I see it becoming more and more prevalent in our community. And I just don't get it. Another thing I don't get is why some of y'all be falling for that. Like, y'all really be fanning the flames. Y'all really be boosting that ego when y'all, you know, oh, girl, you deserve better than that. Don't worry about it. You know, like, so you really think that this particular lady or man, everybody just picking on them? Everybody just bothering them for no reason? Everybody just, let me go pick on her for the next 6 months. So every time she posts her, it's about somebody picking on her. She ain't doing nothing. She ain't got nothing to do with it. They just, out of all the people to mess with, to pick on, they're going to pick on her or pick on him. Let's just go bother him. See, and what they do is they'll lean on this fake stuff that they make up. So y'all could come in and get them a pity party. And for whatever reason, they think it elevates their status. It makes them feel loved and successful and stuff like that. See, real people who got real emotion, we don't need that. We don't need attention. You don't have to hit the like button. You know, we don't need any of that. We don't have to make up this false story that we're being unfairly treated by our peers. We get it done. Movers and shakers move and shake. You know what I'm saying? We don't do all that window dressing and stuff. And I say we because I'm part of that. Now I'm part of that community. Real talk. We don't do all that. I just don't get it, and I don't understand it, and I don't know why y'all buy into it. I believe it's very weak, and I believe it's timid, and they're gonna keep doing it if y'all keep elevating them like they're again like people bothering them, and they do most of the sneakiest, grimiest things. I had a cat one time. I don't ever say no names, never, ever. And people I don't even speak. Like if I made a video of all the stuff that some of these people have tried to do, attempted to do to myself or my brother to knock us off of our square, I would be here all day and you would be shocked. You would be shocked at some of the limits that people go through. Some of the limits that people go through to try and make you look bad. They be more invested in what you got going on and your success than their own motion. And if they took their energy and applied it to something that they wanted to do, then they could have some of the same success or move at the same rate or a similar rate that you're moving in. But they too concerned about using you and your energy to help elevate them. using your energy and trying to turn it into something negative, or just making up something to try and elevate themselves. That stuff don't last long. Whatever they get off of it is usually end with a crash and burn. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of sit back and just like watch the show. But I'm gonna also say this about those same people that like to play victim. They are similar to people who we call haters, right? I call them losers. I hate to put it out there like that, but I call them losers. You know what I'm saying? A cheerful loser. What they do is they like to connect with other cheerful losers who are losing because they aren't putting the effort or don't have the fortitude that you have to get to the things that they want to get to like you do. These cheerful losers, happy losers, proud losers like to come together. You know, haters will come together. They'll recruit other haters, other people who are of their same ilk to dislike you. And these people don't even know you, or they'll sit and lie. They can be in the office. They could be at a nightclub. They could be in the streets. They could be at the church. And they'll try to paint a narrative, a picture about you, so they all can develop this mindset or this negative mindset about you. And it all could be lies, speculation, or whatever the case may be. I've been through that too. And they all come together. Now, it's a small percentage in our community that has these haters or cheerful losers. They're happy losers. They're happy to be in the position that they're in. Because if they weren't happy to be in that position that they're in, they'd be trying to get out of it. I know when I was in a situation I didn't want to be in, I always aspired and wanted to do better in life. Even today, I'm always boom, boom, boom. What's next? What's next, right? That's just how I move. Always, what's next? Want to do better. Never want to be stuck or feel complacent. You know, even when we ain't have a pot to piss in, I was never feeling like this is it. I never felt bad, and I wasn't down on myself. I was like, let's get to work. We're going to get up out of this situation. They don't have that drive. They want to take an easy way out, or they want to kind of piggyback and step on your back to try and get themselves up. And I never understood how cheerful losers like to come together. I mean, it'd be a whole bunch of them. Look like choir rehearsal. They all come together singing the same tune. All about you. And, you know, it's jealousy. They don't have the fortitude to do better. And they victims. They play victims too. I mean, one time, I was in a courtroom. And I ain't gonna get into it too much, but I was in a courtroom. It was a long time ago. For a situation. All right. So, you know, I had a issue. You know, my temper flared up on me because, you know, individuals kept playing with me. So I addressed it. And when it's time to address it, you know, they called the police on me, which is their right to do. But I was kind of shocked because the energy that you was asking for when it was received, when you got it, I thought that was the reaction that we can come to terms on, but it wasn't ready for that energy. So I'm in the courtroom, right? I'm in the courtroom, and I'll never forget this. This one I knew that I had me a little bit of influence. I don't want to say power, but I had some influence. I'm in a courtroom. Do you know I'm in a courtroom dealing with this situation? That these other cheerful losers came to the court, took time out of their day to come to the courtroom as if they're about to see a public lynching, a public hanging, wanting to see me put in a vulnerable position, wanted to see me plead and cry and hoping that something bad will come of this situation. But when God is for you, who can be against you? So they came, a few of them came, took time out of their day. This is a couple grown men too. Came, sat, smiled, winked their eyes at me, all this kind of stuff. All for the judge to be like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Not guilty. And the look on their face, I didn't smile at them. I didn't wink. See, winners Real men do real things. Winners win. Winners win even when they're losing. We still win. We still conduct ourselves as winners. We still have character. I didn't partake in any of that, but I looked, and the looks on their faces, it just dropped. It was so sad. And I was like, wow, they took time out that day as if they were going to come see a public execution, and they looked so pitiful, walking out of there like they just lost their whole everything that they worked hard for. It was like the worst day of their life. I was like, seriously, people are that despondent, are that bitter, that concerned about another person who didn't want to be with you. If you're of the opposite sex, and I didn't want to be with you, or we did business together, and I said, okay, this business stops now. I'm gonna have to let you go. I'm going this way, you go that way. Best wishes, or whatever the case may be. I don't know why I can't even put my mind in that mindset to think like them. But those type of people, the cheerful losers, haters is what we call them, happy to be losers, and people who play victim, they're all in the same fraternity to me. So you got to be mindful and be careful of people like that. It's always best, this is just my experience, to keep a small circle. Don't let everybody know what you're doing, and be a cheerful winner, and be a winner even when you're losing. The game is not over. You stumble here, you stumble there, and people didn't think that I done stumbled or thought they didn't publicize my losses and stuff like that, and I'd just be laughing. I'm like, no, I'm God's child. I'm God's son. We keep chugging away at it. We get up, dust ourselves off, and keep it moving. So y'all, again, be careful and give a second look at these people always playing victim, because a real winner don't really have to shout out what people doing to them or have done to them. They know. The people who try to do it know, and they're being awe because you keep doing this. You see what I'm saying? So we ain't really got to get up here and scream and shout, oh, they did this and they did that to me. When it's time to expose them, if it's something that needs to be exposed, yeah, we'll expose them, and it's a way to do it. But other than that, I'm going to get ready to sign out. Hopefully y'all like this content. I didn't want to keep it too comical. I just want to drop some real jewels, some real nuggets on y'all, because I know it's a lot of people out here dealing with situations like that who got a team of haters coming at them and stuff like that. You just got to pray for them folks. They got some mental issues going on. They got some things going on inside. Don't get down in the dirt. Don't try to out-hate a hater. If you're not a hater, do not try and out-hate a hater. You'll lose. It's not in your DNA. You're a winner. So you keep winning. You keep running that skull up. And eventually, they're either going to stop hating or they're going to have to step their game up. And that's how you teach them. You teach them by being the shining light. Don't get down there and try to out-hate a hater and play that game, because they can play that game. They've been playing that game probably for all their life, and they're good at it. So don't get down there and play with them. Keep doing what you do. This is Kales from House of Kales, and I'm signing out. But before I do, y'all know what to do. What you gonna do? Tell me. I can't hear you. Yeah. You like this video? Drop a comment. This is one of my longest ones. When I'm giving game like this, I can go. Like this comment. Like this video. Drop that comment. You feel me? Share this video. Hopefully you're watching this on your lunch break or something like that. So you can share this video. Post it on your social media. Subscribe to the channel. And that notification that looks like a bell, make sure you tap that. So every time I'm dropping this content, you can chime in and you can watch it, and you can watch it in live time. Appreciate that. House of Kales out.